To elaborate on Jake's comment, sex workers are feeding an addiction. You are not spreading love but a drug called lust.
Oh.
You are no better than a drug dealer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Harsh.
Yeah. It's I think he's pretty much true, and like, you know, like we've all like, you know, done these sorts of things in the past, and I've had to like confront my own, like how I was contributing to the problem as well.
Yeah.
And it's not a nice thing to confront, but eventually you do have to confront it. You know?
Yeah.
So the analogy we were talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ahmed. Go ahead.
Yeah, the way you got to think about it is the guys who consume this content, are they more or less loving the more of the content that they consume? Like a guy who spends all of his time looking at OnlyFans and porn, is he a better person when he goes outside and talks to people, or is he a worse person?
There's no statistics on that. You don't know.
Yeah,
it
but
depends on the person, their values, their beliefs, their morals, how they act in the real world.
There's neuroscience that shows the effect of porn and what it does on
There
the
was that Scarlett Johansson
brain.
movie, remember, where like her boyfriend's addicted to porn? Y'all never seen that?
Oh my God, I didn't see it.
I don't know that one.
Okay, well that's a deep cut.
Yeah, so the question
like,
that
it's
we
obvious
were
that
talking
like
about with the sorry, I just wanted to finish the point that we were talking about. So the analogy of a bar, right? So we have all these different liquors.
Yep.
We have all these different liquors, and you know you can go in and buy the tequila or the bourbon or whatever. If you're that man going into the bar and you have a drinking problem, isn't some of that responsibility on you not to consume that alcohol?
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
How does the bar know if you have a drinking problem?
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Right?
Exactly.
it is a good point. But the question that you asked before was why is it on her? You said it's the man's
Well, I
fault.
said shouldn't
like
it
her
also be
elaboration.
shouldn't there
Yeah.
be some responsibility as well on
But
men
like-
not to consume this content?
Yes,
Right?
definitely.
'Cause not everyone's a sex addict.
We don't disagree with that. We completely
Okay.
agree with
We're on
that.
the same
page.
But like the thing where we disagree is like I would not absolve them of responsibility
And
in
I'm
the situation.
not saying I'm doing that either.
Yeah, so I think it's
Yeah,
joint
because
for sure.
that's just
And I
like-
also think it's the messaging around it as well. It's this whole like, but yeah, like I said, it's
Not
it's
everyone
not
has a bad relationship with sex. And
sex
is addicted to sex.
Anyone who's watching OnlyFans and is spending money on OnlyFans, that's an inherently negative relationship they've got
That's
with that.
not true, because I spend money on OnlyFans and I have a great
How much do you
relationship
earn
with
on
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
That's not something I want to tell you. How much do you earn in life?
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is that you earn more than you spend on OnlyFans. You spend money to
Oh,
like.
well, sure,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean like I'm just giving you an example of someone that has a fine relationship with I love sex, I don't know what words I can say, masturbating, and I
Get the rocks. Yeah. Abdul?
I
Get the
don't
rock. Get the
feel
rocks.
shame or feel like I'm being hurt by enjoying and partaking. And if someone does have an addiction, like she was saying, it's not the creator's responsibility. Thank you.
But don't you?
to-
I'm sorry.
No, you go.
No.
Yeah, but
I'm
you're saying
basically
it's not the
done.
creator's responsibility, but it's just like you could use the bar or you could use like a drug dealer at the same time.
But you
Does a drug dealer have responsibility?
What she makes versus how much she spends. No one should be spending their full income to consume something.
Totally.
That's
That
why.
is a problem.
And like I've even had people message me.
Fred_Durst donated $99.
Yo, thank you, Fred
I
Durst.
don't
Limp
agree
Bizkit.
with
What's up?
posting any form of sex work / OnlyFans, though I've used the services. I didn't come out of the backside of said usage feeling any love from the poster / platform at which I received pleasure from. That's all it is. Momentary pleasure.
And that's all it should
But it
be.
depends
That was
what you're
beautiful.
trying to
That was
get
beautiful,
from
Fred
it.
Durst. Thank you.
Using the weakness of man, because they are they go after their eyes, their desire, their testosterone, and if they have good testosterone, they want to have sex every single day, and if they don't have a physical partner, they want to search for someone online.
Yeah.
And don't you think you use their weakness? It's like there's an obese kid with diabetes, and you just take chocolates in front of the kid.
How
I
I,
love
see
doing
it though
that.
is I'm
I
not
love
going
just-
into it with the intention.
Huh? Oh, no, go ahead.
Sorry.
You're good.
I'm not going into it with the mindset and intentions to abuse someone's sexuality. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy having sexual experiences with people. And if they find me and want to have that, I am happy to host. You know, like, I think intimacy is one of the, sorry. One more thing. I think intimacy is one of like the main reasons why sex work is so like emotional intimacy is why it's like been like around for so long. And of course it's about like sex and pleasure and all of that, but a lot of people just want that connection and humanity
And I think that is so beautiful that I can provide that to people.
But is the momentary is the momentary pleasure
Last thing, and I want to move off from this topic. Go ahead.
is the momentary pleasure like worth the money? I mean, because like there are repercussions moving forward. Because
Yes, ma'am.
think about it, like if you do end up having children or whatever down the line, that the internet is forever, and you're now affecting people in your life that's not even in your life right now, and I feel like there's a lot of people like Kim Kardashian and Trisha Paytas who've done either a sex tape or OnlyFans, and now they have children, and now they regret it so much because their children are able to go on the internet and so easily find their parents' sex work.
I hope to raise
horrible.
my kids to understand that life is not black and white, and that there's so many avenues that we can all fall down where like you have a past that you're not proud of. Doesn't make you any worse of a person, doesn't make you any less deserving of love. And I want my kids to like hold that and be like, everyone has their thing.
It's going to make it harder for you to get a relationship, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've
have any
seen the negative
problems.
effects
What's that?
on
I
my
don't have any
life.
problems, Brian.
What's that?
I don't have any problems getting a relationship.
Yes, you
Well-
do. You've been going 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you haven't had a relationship.
Yeah, well, hold on. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on. Okay, we'll come back.
Raven DT
Hi.
donated $100. The way I deal with my prawn addiction is by dumping all of my disposable income on super chats for whatever podcast. Can't sub to OnlyFans if all my money goes to Master Brian.
This is genius. All the OnlyFans simps should redirect
We all have
their
our thing.
wasted money
We all have our
on my
thing.
podcast. That's what I
Exactly.
think.